Hi, Dylan here with Halogen Systems, and today we're going to go through our display, transmitter, and controller product offerings. So the first one that we're going to dig into is our D01 display. This is a display transmitter that needs external power supplied. Basically, the entire point of our displays is to give a way of reading our sensor measurements and communicating with either a PLC, a SCADA system, or pushing on our signal over Modbus. These also have a great interface and a relatively limited LCD to allow you to run calibrations, to allow you to run diagnostics, see real-time sensor measurements. This is a great diagnostic tool as well as a way of integrating into your automated system. So this first one is our D01. What differentiates it from the rest of our products here is that it needs an externally supplied power source at 24 volts DC at about 5 amps. That is supplied directly through one of these knockouts. Each one of these display enclosures has multiple knockouts for PG16 or PG21 size strain reliefs. We supply PG16 strain reliefs that accept 6 to 12 millimeter cable diameter. These can just be installed by knocking out the knockouts here and installing in whatever configuration you need to wire to your system. The D01 is our most basic display transmitter model. We don't do any of the knockouts for you. Basically, we're just giving you a faceplate and an interface for interfacing with our sensor. This is our most commonly used display in ballast water management systems. However, it can be used in multiple places as well. Next, we have our D02. The D02 is almost the exact same as the D01, but as you can see, the primary difference is an included M12 sensor connector. This is great for if you have facility power and are able to supply 24 volt DC power to the display unit, and then plug into one of our municipal sensors or a sensor that has an M12 connector. Both of these units have 4 to 20 analog outputs, are able to communicate with 1 to 10 sensors over Modbus, and then pass on that signal over the 4 to 20 analog outputs. Next, we have what we call our controllers. Our controllers obviously have a NEMA cable and run off of 120 to 240 volt AC. Because these are running off of AC power, they have a couple other certifications for Intertech and UL to allow operation within the United States off of our high voltage AC power grid. Primary differences between these two obviously is that we're going to have a separate PCB board on the installed in the enclosure to allow us to convert from AC power to DC power to run our display. The other interesting thing about these is, as you can see, there are no knockouts on the enclosure. It's just a smooth enclosure. And what we do is we will pre-drill our M12 sensor connector, and then this is our C01 model. The C01 model comes with a pre-drilled hole plugged here, so that you can install either hard conduit or a PLC cable with the included strain relief here. We ship each one of these C01s with one strain relief for installation into the plugged hole here. Next, we have our C04. Only difference between the C01 and the C04 is that we have pre-wired in an 8-pin M12 panel mount connector here for integration into a SCADA system. This is 8 pins and allows for 4 to 20 analog outputs to be wired directly to your system. Our user manual goes over how to wire the cable and what the pinouts are specifically for the C04 controller. Both of these models also offer 4 to 20 milliamp outputs for analog monitoring in automated systems. These are our current display models. All are certified for operation in many different systems. If you have additional questions regarding these are our current offerings and can be ordered with a short lead time as well. And over here, we have the most exciting piece here. This is our upcoming D02 display. This is our next generation display that basically is going to offer a lot of the features that we realize are missing in our current display transmitter line. Most noticeably, you'll notice we have a much larger graphics display, LCD. The LCD is much more user configurable and allows for a lot more UI interface and customization for display of sensor parameters. I will include a data sheet in the bio that goes over all of the offerings for the D02 display. Some of the most exciting things is that internally we will have a SD card that's shipped with every single unit that will allow easy firmware upgrade for both the sensor and the display from the display itself. One of the drawbacks with our current product line is that you have to, as you can see in our previous videos, use a programming environment as well as using a different environment to program our sensors and our displays. It's a relatively tedious process. With this, all can be done directly from an SD card. Also, we'll have a communications board offering that will allow Bluetooth, Ethernet, and cellular communication for additional IoT interface to whatever your systems may be. This will also have controller functionality with 120 volt AC outlet power for up to 2 outputs. We're very excited for this offering and look for it as one of our offerings in Q1 of 2024. Please feel free to reach out to tech@halogensys.com and we'll be able to help you configure your product adequately for whatever automated environment or system and process that you could be installing in. Thanks.